Hello, POTA people. Eric, K-5118. Today we're at the Edward W. Chance Reserve at the Coker Prairie Tract. This is one of the tracks for the Edward W. Chance that a lot of people are not familiar with. This is a very easy access point. There's multiple points. We use different ones, but this particular access point, the reason we're highlighting this one is because it's 2.5 miles away from Kilo 3607. A lot of people will run down to the Becker-Wingate Creek State Park, and then they'll think that the Edward Chance Reserve is way in town, which it is. It's quite a few miles inland, but they forget or are not familiar that the access point, another access point to the Edward W. Chance, is exactly 2.5 miles west of the Becker-Wingate Creek State Park, K-3607. So it's very easy to do a two-park rove here. One of the things that made this park, where people missed it quite a bit, was this sign used to be all brown. If you're familiar with the Southwest Florida Water Management District, their signs used to be brown. Some of the parks or places are still brown. So it kind of blended into the fence area and the tree line, and you would drive right by it and miss it. Now they're changing these all out to blue, so they're very distinctive and they kind of jump out against it. I've operated from this track here several times on a two-park rove. Makes it very easy. This park is very small. You can get a few vehicles in here, but you can't really block the gate. I'm just outside the gate area. The public don't have access to that. That's the trail. There's a walking trail down through there. There are no facilities out here, none. So you just walk down there, but it is a nice little tract through there. There is a little shade tree if the sun is setting at the right angle. I happen to be here in the afternoon and the sun is setting, so I'm able to get in the shade. Otherwise, there's not a whole lot of shade here. Now, this park can be hit or miss in terms of RF noise from the power lines. I've been here a couple of times and just had to give up and move on. The power line noise was 30, 40 dB over 9. You got some residential lines that pass down, but right here in the front and right overhead, the parking area where we're at, are these high tension lines. They're not the high voltage ones, but they're high enough up. They cause some noise. It's hit and miss. Today they're quiet, but I've been here when these things are just really bad. I've been here in the late afternoon when the time change sets, and those insulators up there, you can actually see at times, if depending on the time of year and the weather, you can actually see the sparks and the arcing where they're sparking up there. And when they're doing that, it's really bad, and you can actually hear them arcing and sparking. So bear that in mind. But either way, again, 2.5 miles east of here, you come out of here and take a right, is K-3607, the Becker-Wingate Creek State Park. So very, very simple, very easy to do a two-park rove. We mentioned that because, like I say, when I mention this to other POTA ops, they're totally unfamiliar that this park is here. It's on a main road, really no signs. You can almost miss the sign if you're coming from in town because of the angle of the sign, but coming from the other direction, now that they've replaced the brown signs with the blue ones, it really, really jumps out at you. And this one here, again, is a freshly new one. As we pulled in and we were getting out, I was telling the XYL, yep, you can tell they just put this one in too. Some of the parks that we've been going to, we've been noticing that they are switching these out. So this is one of the new ones. We're only going to operate one man. We're going to get set up here on 20 meters. It's getting late. This is a sunrise to sunset, and we are out here a little east of town, about 26 miles east of town. And the mosquitoes get kind of wild out here. Plus, it's getting closer to dinner time, guys, so we want to get inside and get back into town and get cleaned up, get these logs processed, get these videos processed for you guys, and get back at it tomorrow. Anyway, that's about all we've got here. A little small park, kind of a hidden access point to the Edward W. Chance Reserve, Kilo 5118, a secondary access point. This point again is not on the POTA map, but if you do click on the link for the POTA on the POTA map and you do the research of Edward W. Chance, you will see that there are various access points, and this one is one of them. And I just wanted to showcase this one to let everyone know that, hey, if you're driving all the way out to do 3607, or you're coming the other way and you want to pick up a second park, 2.5 miles, exactly 2.5 miles entrance to entrance. Well worth the time to drive the extra mile. There's no traffic signs, no nothing, just Highway 60, State Road 64, wide open road, so you know, why not grab a second park? It's that close. Anyway, guys, that's what we got. Let me cut this video and get on the air and put a few of you in the log before the sun goes down and we cut out of here. 7-3s from KD4MZM.